Before I'm going to start, I want to share this with you about what really sensory issue really it is. Now, there's a person who has autism doesn't like loud noises, crowded, or even the person how they wear and types of the material, what it looks like and everything. And sometimes a person have a little meltdown issues. Yes, that's what we're going to discuss this tonight. And for the personal note, as a man with autism, I decided I'd like to share with you that I have a total sensory issue in my life. It took place on October 26, 2023, that my friends Emma and Lauren didn't even know that I was participating on this Bungle game night. During a break, I decided to spend some time with my buddy Becca, do some tarot. And yeah, it doesn't go so well. And I can hear what they say. And for the first time ever, I want to share this with you on this clip. Watch this.
You're almost arriving at your father. So this is saying like you have momentum in regards to the wealth you're cultivating, the friends in your life, the world around you.
Yeah, sensory issues is no fun. However, I have a solution. Introducing Loop earplugs. Now this baby right here is going to get rid of all that damn noise. And also, when you put that on, it feels like you become as a new person. So what are you waiting for? Go buy this at Amazon or go to the original website at loopearplugs.com. Now, on to the show. What's up, everyone? This is your stream, Mr. Steven, aka The Legend, and you already know my pronouns, so I'm not going to say it. And welcome to the Steven Factors Love on the Spectrum, Bigger and Weirder. On this tonight's episode, this is a second part of the series that I like to call Sensory Issues. And yes, sensory issues, it become one of my most topic of all time. And I decided I'd like to share with you a little bit. Now, first of all, I am a man with autism. And yes, I have a sensory issues during the past. However, the loud noises doesn't bother me. However, the crowd noises is a little bit of 6-7, you know? Because I can't communicate very well sometimes, and I need to talk to one person or 1 to 2 people. But the loud situations and people sit next to me and in between, and it really makes me uncomfortable. And yes, that's why I have a little sensory issues that time. And also sensory issues, also distracting people. And I remember one time I was at the workshop in Manhattan Youth. It was took place around in the summer of 2024. We doing a little bit of exercise, and this woman, she is a wonderful advocate, and also her nephew has been diagnosed with autism. And I remember we do the exercise for the communication, and yeah, things are not going so well. And my mind tells me what is really going on. So I remember my old colleague said that she can't hear what she say, it's way too distraction. And my mind pops out and I said, I think it's a sensory issues. And she say thank you. You know why? Because I know. As a man with autism, I already know what sensory issue really is. So let's talking about sensory issues. And I had to look on my phone right now, so bear with me here. And and I think this is a very important to people could understand about what really it is. So just bear with me. So the word sensory issues is, well, which is also known as a SPD, which is sensory processing disorder, occurs when the brain struggles to process input from senses, sight, sound, or smell, taste, touch, movement, and body awareness, leading to intense reaction, anxiety, behavioral challenges. There's the key aspects of sensory issues, such as hypersensitivity. Individuals are oversensitive to input. They feel overwhelmed by bright lights, loud noises, or specific textures, resulting in meltdowns or a need to escape situations. That is me, to be honest with you. I have hypersensitivity. The bright lights, I went outside like when it's warmer, like warmer during the spring to summer. The sun just directly hit it in my eyes, and it is way too bright for me. So I had to put on my glasses, trying to, you know, trying to keep it safe, and trying to, you know, make my eyes comfortable. And it's similar that you take those eye drops when you came back from the doctor. They will give you special glasses, and also if you don't want to put them on, it will damage your eye. But you have to put on your glasses to keep your eyes safe and moist. Meltdowns. I have meltdowns before. And I have a little confession to make. I have so many meltdowns. I've been arguing with my friends, including Emma and Lauren, during a bungle game night. But during the next day, it's already been revealed. I really don't appreciate it that they don't tell me what to do to stop filming at the Socialite show, which is terrible, by the way, and I really don't like it whatsoever. And yeah, I've been meltdowns for everybody, and sometimes I'm feeling upset. Sometimes I want to go with them, and they said they have something else to do or have their own space, or embarrassments. When you have a meltdown, you have serious embarrassments. I do have embarrassments sometimes, or let's just say I have a lot some embarrassments. And yeah, I know, because I need to keep it low pro. Even the street performance was a total embarrassment, because I thought they wanted me to put me in the indoors to do a stand up. Bullshit, right? Or need to escape situations, like you have a argument with your family member or your conflict, loud parties and music, and you need to someone and quiet, so you had to get outside and find a quiet place for the peace of mind. Hypnosensitivity, individual are undersensitive in crazy situations. They may constantly touch items, move fast, jump, spin, or seek out high pressure sensations. Common behaviors such as poor personal space awareness, picky eaters like me, due to food textures, high discomfort, certain clothing material. It's not that bad. I'm good with that. And clumsiness or motor skills difficulties. I do clumsiness sometimes. Associates with conditions, sensory issues often coexist with autism spectrum and ADHD, other neurodevelopmental conditions like cover your ears and eyes, intense tantrums or unexpected emotional outbursts. I have that. I have that. Difficulty communicating or shutting down in busy environment. And yeah, um, that's all I really have. And I think it is important with people with autism and people completely overwhelmed, especially for young adults. And yeah, it happens to everybody. And I know it could happen to you as well. So, you know how it goes. So, in this part two episode, I want to talking about Madison. And she's getting ready to looking for love, someone new. And and she's getting ready to focusing on her first date in Florida. So Madison is a picky eater, and also she's been looking forward to meet this guy named Brandon. Yeah, Brandon. So before I'm gonna talk about Brandon, yeah, Madison's a picky eater. She doesn't like salads and stuff. She is a dog collector. She's only in the mid 20s or 23 years old, I think. If I'm mistaken, please let me know in the comments. Um, but I think she's been looking for love, and she knew that it's time for her trying to make her fairy tale come true. Uh, yeah, I said that so. um, Brendan, he has sensory issues before. Um, he got his sensory earphones, and he is talking to Madison, which is not completely go so 6'7", to be honest with you. And Madison's trying to ask him a question with a special interest, or something like that. Like, do you like Disney rides? Do you like Disney movies? But when Brandon just head down, and it's been revealed that he has total sensory issues. And Kian said, Brendan, are you okay? And he said, it's way too noisy. So he went looking for something quiet, and Madison was a little overwhelmed and very disappointed. So yeah, it doesn't go so well. And it really hurts. And let's be honest with you, you know, Love in the Spectrum is a reality show or reality documentary or something like that. And I don't know what you gonna call it. It's still the reality show. There's a little description at the end of this episode. And it feels like you've been watching as a very special episode or a after school special, to be honest with you, in prime time. And it says, and I quote, the autism spectrum is diverse and not very experienced will be reflected in this series. If you are someone you know has sensory sensitivity, support and resource are available from many autism organizations. Are you kidding me? They just put a description at the end of the show, and they want us that if the person has sensory sensitivity, like me, like Emma, like everybody else, has sensory sensitivity issues, it's up to us trying to support and resources on the autism and organizations. Are you fucking kidding me, man? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Anyways, I decided to do a little research myself, and I had to read it to you anyway. So the only way you need to find the resources of the autism organization about the sensory issues is a STAR, and it's an organization with people with autism, and it goes like this: STAR Institutes of Sensory Processing conducts research, offer incentive treatment, and provides training and mentorship to experts. We have Culture City, focusing on public spaces and events accessible by creating sensory inclusive environments. Autism Society provides training on becoming an autism-informed organization, including sensory consideration for workplaces and community spaces. Autism Speaks offers an employment toolkit and resource for navigating workplace sensory issues. I'm going to tell you something right now. Autism Speaks is a bad organization, okay? Almost around 2 decades ago, they made a comment that autism is a disease, and now they're trying to spend money with funds, and they don't know where does the money go. And it became one of the most controversial ever. They do some conspiracy theories about these organizations, and it's completely BS. So I recommend do not go to Autism Speaks, please. National Autism Society provides guidance on finding occupational therapists like OT for sensory assessments. The TACA, the Autism Community in Action, offers community support for families dealing with sensory processing disorders. And even some of the examples like Autism Research Institute commonly target sensory system, tactile, touch, sensory to textures, and clothing. Vestibular, also known as balance, sensitivity to movement, proprioceptive, like body position, difficulty with body awareness in space. So yeah, there's so many type organizations out there, and it is true by the way, so parents could help the child with the disabilities and trying to focusing and trying to movement and sensory situations about how they doing as well. And also after that, they write it down for the reports, including the IEP, and they talking about what the goals that he or she have about this situation to the child, and they knew that what they're gonna do next, what they could do better, and help them until they become as a grown young adults. And I think this organization will help them, and especially for public schools. Public schools have their own organization, nonprofit organization like District 75 public schools, and they have a guest go to any other school districts like PS 369 at 56, also PS 67. We have gifted and talented schools somewhere in Anderson Middle School, and hopefully they could help them. And they have a para and they need help, or especially they have a OT therapist and speech therapist as well too, to absorb the child to see how he and she is doing. And that's what we're going to help as teachers, therapists, and especially for organizations to help the child for a better future. You know what? I think this show might change people's lives to learn and grow. However, I'm not ready for my response as yet. But let's see. I have to make it a chance to make it a little bit more deeper. And that's the bottom line. Okay, to learn more about this channel, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to see my latest videos, and also like button as well. This is yours truly, Mr. Steven, saying Dolo para la familia, and thank you for watching the Steven Factor. One, love, peace, thank you. Love on the spectrum, bigger and reader, still continue.